So I had this idea that I started with my phone. I used my phone to record an idea first. I was listening to something and I kind of struck an idea straight to my notes inside my phone here. Probably not even the same note or whatever, but I don't know if you can hear that, right? My voice memos, that is. So there was and I was just thinking of guitars, and I would have called my guitarist to lay something, but I just want to see how creative I can be with some of the things that I have access to. So as you see, I have Omnisphere here. The first thing I started out with was a guitar inside of Presence, and I'm not going to go through all of that, but I can kind of explain how I got those sounds. But I went through Presence, and that's how I started something. And then when I got this far, I thought it was pretty cool to kind of finish it out, showing you guys on video how I will finish this out. And the concept is, and I don't even know where I'm going with this at the moment, but the concept is starting off with a guitar riff or something, and I just was messing around with some weird sounds. And so I played with the guitar rig. I just messed around with a regular nylon, I think it was a nylon guitar, and put a guitar rig on it. Oh, there's a Presence right here. So it wasn't a nylon, it was actually a big steel guitar, whatever this is. And I put the guitar rig, which is a plug-in from Native Instruments. So get a lot of people asking me where I get these plugins from. This is a Native Instruments plugin, so if you have Complete or whatever, this is how you can gain access to that, or you can buy it separately. And basically what this is an effect actually. So you can put this on real guitars as well. So it's not necessarily an instrument, it's an effect that you could put on anything that's coming through and give it a cool effect. And then I took it to another level and opened Omnisphere and started building and took those sounds, and then I added this red light district here from Native Instruments. This is a stock Native Instruments plugin right here. Then I took it to Driver, and I just put different things on, different sounds. So like this was the first one, and then this is like I took the same MIDI pattern, you know what I mean, and I added the distro to it, which is the Driver. I name it distro. I don't know why, but I put this plugin on it and I was just playing around with it. I got to Moon Talk, which is the plugin preset here. Again, this is a Native Instruments plugin, and I'm just playing around with sounds. That's the whole idea. Just play around and see what cool things you can come up with. And so then I came up with this. Right? And I put so much effects on this to make it sound cool. But if I was to deactivate this effects, because right now it's bus to in a effects channel with an RCA 48 on it, which is a reverb, also by Native Instruments. So if I deactivate, this is what it sounds like. And this is a sound that I generated from Omnisphere. Again, playing around. I couldn't even tell you where that sound come from because I didn't play with the preset. Well, I went to a preset and played with some of the settings in there and made a whole new sound. So, but then I was thinking, I want to send this all the way to Reverb to give it that background, in the mix type thing. Somewhere back there. right? The volume right here doesn't really matter. Well, yes it do, dry and wet. But not too much, because I still have this as my my presynth or post-synth. I forget, pre-fader. It's a presynth to my effects channel. So it doesn't even matter if I have this up or not. It's just gonna sing, so that I can control how much like dry signal that's in there, but regardless of how much I have. And so I control my volume here instead. So that's how we doing that. And this was the last sound that I took, and I'm just kind of bouncing these and building something strong. And I got them, kind of playing around with the pan or whatever. But let's go ahead and dive. And I found this cool sound from Omnisphere, and I just dialed it in, and it just sounded cool. So I got my intro, which is the first 8 bars, and then right here is where we're gonna begin to kind of break away. I got this rock type thing, but then I want to turn into some type of hip hop or something like that. I don't know, something that's just gonna, All right, so just let me work. I think these are the stock. I have an idea. Two, three, four. I want to keep that and actually bounce that. Let's name this. Let's bounce that in place. All right. And we're gonna drag this. Oh, I'm gonna drag the sound here. Let's grab it again. Put it over here. I want to tune it. Something like that. Is also a plugin by Native Instrument. It's like a compressor. I want to send this to the Reverb. No, I want to send it. another RC, but we're gonna change the preset because I want it to. Let's deactivate that one. More like let's see. Kind of like that. And I can make that wave. I like working like this because I can keep one instance of the instrument and just keep working. I can send this to this. Bounce that down. Alright, so I want to achieve the ducking effect. So I'm gonna bring a compressor over here on my my organ bass. And I want to send my kick to the compressor here. So I want to send this out to, well, first of all, I have to turn on the side chain so it can recognize. Now I'll go over here to my kick, and I should see organ bass. There we go, right down there. So this kick is gonna crack through this compressor here. There we go. Then I want my transient kind of cracked. Not so much attack. And the whole purpose of this is to avoid the kick and the bass war. Kind of hear it, right? It's pretty cool. So let's just let's make the release fast. Just so it can cut straight through immediately. I think that's cool. Now, something else that I think may be really cool is actually adding a driver to it. And just gotta play with the presets. I'm gonna actually send that to an effects of its own and do it like this. Hear that? There's a little bit of it in there. So let's change. Turn that down some. So I need to give it some more. There we go. So the way this works is if I don't output off this channel into the driver hard enough, it's going to act weird and sound weird. So I have to give it a drive. So I'm actually this is the driver or the distortion for this track specifically. We're going to go with that one. we're gonna put it here. And I'm trying to remember how to do this. My note range, let's say C1 to, I don't know, C4. I'm gonna make this C0. Wait. There we go. 2, 3, 4. And the cool thing about battery is I can also put reverb on these instruments. So if I wanted to send this to reverb, I can actually send, let's see. Yeah, I can send this to a reverb like this. Yeah. Let's see. How does this snare sound if I add this? Now, I'm being like really different right now because this is a snare that comes with a kick add-on to it as well. But you know, I feel like I can do whatever. That's dope. And guess what I'm about to do with this? You guessed it. Let's see what it sounds like if I send it. See if we can find something else. I mean, like my snare gotta be doing something. I don't know, anything. See what that sound like. Let's see if I can play with the tuning of it. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess the tuning didn't work. Let's try transpose. Let's see what that does. Huh. I want to see if I can affect them all at one time. Let's see what happens. Wow. That's dope. That's cool. Well, there you have it, guys. You can tune your samples like really fast. I don't know if let's replace them all. I brought in Excel and I feel like I may find a snare sound from X loops or something that will add flavor. You know. I'm not done with it, but as you can hear, there's a lot of filters and effects and things going on in different areas, what I did was I added a delay here and using the replica here again, also a plugin by Native Instruments here. Pretty much I use everything from Native Instruments, from effects to instruments to whatever. It's just, Native Instruments is what I use primarily because they sound good. I love what they do. It's quality. All right, so all of my reverbs are pretty much RC48s, and then I have a driver here. This is my delay here, and I added this one sound. So this is a sound that came from the output, the XL engine, the vocal engine here. This was another one. It was just dope to me. Send it, give it a delay, send it with reverb to, bust it or auxiliary, and some of the things that I teach you guys throughout my channel, avoiding putting reverbs on every channel, plug-in that is, adding plugins, reverb plugins, I don't know, delay or whatever on each track. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is just make designate a separate auxiliary channel or effects channel and make that your effects, and then you just bust to it as many times as you want to. So I got this one busting to the delay, and then I got it going to the verb, which is the long. I have it labeled long reverb here. Then I got a short verb here, you know. And so use your sins. Your sins is going to be your best friend. Avoid putting, only time you'll put a plugin on something is when you specifically, you know what I mean? You're making it specific to that sound itself. So, for instance, this EQ, as you can see, is a little bit different from this EQ. You can kind of see them, I have a low cut here, and here is like a low cut and a high cut, and so it's just like a mid filter that's pushing through this one here. This is without it. Remember that snare drum and bass drum together, but you would have never known that, right? So you would have never guessed that. All right, so that's pretty much all I have right now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this and submit this to whatever. But just a little quick, something quick, Obviously there will be effects and different things, transitions, and I may show this later on as a finished product and show you, hey, hey, I actually finished the track and this is what it sounds like, this is what we accomplished or whatever. I may blog about it. I don't know. It depends. But I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. I'm Ellip, and I'm out here.